I wish I fit into the box. I feel like no one really talks about how difficult it is to have big dreams but live in a really small environment. Hello everyone, my name is Musaka. Welcome back to my channel. If you're not new, you've seen that we're in a different environment and also it's not Monday, but we're rolling with it, okay? Stay with me. Society has specific little boxes that everyone has to conform to or fit in perfectly. I guess it's a way in which socially things progress and how I guess society keeps things normal. So what I'm talking about is, you're born, you go to school, primary and secondary, you graduate, then you go to university, you do well, you graduate, you find a job, you start getting paid, then you meet your perfect spouse, you get married, move into your dream home, and you have kids, and you live happily ever after. It's like a way to keep order, right? Things just happen in that way, and they've happened for years and they're still happening, right? But what happens when someone doesn't fit that perfect box? Growing up, I never really knew what I wanted to become. I wasn't sure of what career path to take. I had a few options. Um, I think at one point I wanted to be an accountant, at some point a dentist, at some point an architect, right? All cool professions, especially if that's your thing and you love doing it. But for me, it wasn't. Most of the time, it was about okay, how much money can I make? Because society also says, oh, the more money you make, the happier you'll be. Which partly is true, of course, but I think in my heart, I felt that I wanted to do something that made a difference, but something that I also enjoyed, right? So, luckily for me, my mom was very much into art, music, acting, films, like all those sorts of things. And because of because of that, I also got exposed to these things, and I slowly started realizing that, oh, I think I can do this as well. I can take this path as well. Um, and then I think growing up as well, I remember us we watched The Secret, of manifestation and all that stuff, and it really made me step out of the box of like, okay, I don't have to do what other people are doing. I can do something different, especially if I find that I enjoy doing that thing. So yeah, I started taking steps towards that. I joined the drama club. I taught myself a few things. I um, read books, all those things. And yeah, I told myself like, okay, I want to do something really, really big, world domination. I want to be famous. I want to do this and that. And I wasn't exactly sure of what I wanted, but I had a few ideas, but they were really, really out there. The kind of ideas that, you tell your parents and they'll be like, yeah, no. And for those watching me for the first time, I'm from Zambia, a small country in Southern Africa. And, if you're African, you just know how African parents are. I think they were all built in the same factory. They're the same. So imagine telling your African parent, like, oh, I want to do something, artistic, or I want to act, or I want to dance. Oh, yeah, I used to dance. Uh, yeah, so obviously it wasn't the usual path, but I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna become this person, either a dancer or an actor, or I used to write stories as well. But I only came into realizing that I could become a scriptwriter later on in life, but that's a story for a different day. Yeah, so I locked in these ideas of okay, this is what I'm going to be. And my younger self was, when I tell you, I believed in the impossible. Things that people would say, you're crazy. I was like, no, I'm not. This is possible. Anything can happen. Okay. I was excited. I was like, yes, but life happens, a lot of things happen, and I got older, and for lack of better terms, I got a reality check, and I became a person that I told myself I would never become. I had heard stories of people who started out wanting to follow their dreams, all sorts of crazy dreams, but they got older and things changed. And I was kind of heading into, or I found myself heading into that path. So why am I saying that I wish I could fit into the box? It's because when those things happened, when life hit me these hard blows, it changed me. A part of me still wanted to believe that, oh, I could do all these things, but the other part was like, can you really know that self-doubt that we get once in a while. And I was kind of fighting myself within myself, like, okay, I want to do this, I've always wanted to do this, but is this realistic? Can I manage to do this? All that stuff. And fitting into society's box just seemed like the easier thing to do. It seemed like something that if I did it, I wouldn't have to disappoint people, I wouldn't have to go through, all this in my head. Oh, what do I do? Blah, blah, blah. And, in a country like this, it's better now. Of course, things are opening up, but it sometimes still feels like a far cry away. Like, oh, you want to do this? Like, no, that's impossible for you. Thank God for the internet, right? But, it can be a lot trying to believe in yourself. It's good to have a good support system, which I'm so grateful for, my friends, my family. But there are those moments, or those people who come into your life and they say, yeah, no, you can't do this. Are you sure? Is it realistic? So yeah, I said maybe it would have been easier if I just became a doctor or a dentist or whatever, something that, went straight, get employed and blah, 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 right? And I genuinely asked myself these questions. You stay awake at night saying, why am I not just a normal person? Why am I not just someone who said, okay, we're doing this, okay, after school you're going to do that and blah blah blah. Mind you, I dropped out of university twice. Yes, I'm a dropout. I'm a rebel like that. Again, another story for a different day. But yeah, it makes you wonder. Like I would stay up and just say, okay, why am I not just normal? I'm not making this video to depress you or, complain about how hard it is to follow your dreams, blah, 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 blah. I don't think things are not as easy sometimes. I think it's your mindset that gets you there. I'm making this video because I think those moments are needed to remind you to be strong, to be brave, and to keep on going. It's been a roller coaster, guys. It's been a roller coaster, and I hope even as you're watching, you can relate to how difficult things can get, because they do get difficult, right? But you really have to just conjure up something within you and just say, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going no matter what. What's that saying? Shoot for the moon, but if you don't land on the moon, you land amongst the stars, something like that. And I feel like that's the mentality we should all have. Like, shoot for the moon, go for the moon. And look, fine, you might not land on the moon, but you'll still be with the stars. And how pretty are the stars? They're still up there. They're still beautiful as the moon. So keep on going. And that's the reason why I'm making this video, just to share a bit of myself with you, and also share that we don't know why we are the way we are, why we desire the things we do, especially concerning, like, your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations. But there's a reason for it, and I don't think you should give up. You should try your best to find yourself where you want to be. Okay, you might not be where you want to be right now, but eventually you will be. Just keep on going, and that's what's important. And yes, you've heard this so many times, so many times. But hopefully this little video gives you a bit more motivation to keep going. Let's continue dreaming, and not just dreaming, let's actually become the dream. Okay, let the dream turn into reality. Yeah, so that's my little rant. I don't know, I said it twice. Yeah, no, but thank you so much for watching, for being here with me, especially up to this point, to the end. I'm still discovering or trying to find my voice here on YouTube. So if the videos seem a bit wacky, a bit mismatched, it's okay. We're in this together. We're all in this together. Okay, let me stop. If this video gave you even an ounce of value or brightened up your day, please do subscribe, leave a comment, leave a heart in the comments as well. And yeah, let me know if you like this kind of video. Yeah, the outros are always crazy, but anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.